Hey everybody, how's everyone doing today? So I'm so excited to be here with you guys and give you a sneak peek of what it looks like once you are a tribe sister. What does it look like inside of tribe? So we are going to start with giving you a peek into our website. So tribe sisters have their own login, they have their own library, they have their own vault where they can access all of our past tutorials from the past 5 years, which is amazing because that means for you immediate access to over 175 past tutorials. So let me know in the comments really quick before we just jump right in. One, how many of you enjoyed seeing those tribe sister wins? We have so much activity going on in the group, and I love seeing what everybody is working on. That's one of the perks too, is not everyone is working on the same thing at the same time. So it's really always fun to just jump in there in the morning and check out to see what's new. Hey, Deb says, I love that quick win. That is going to be fun. We're going to be doing that one on Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, Mary and Mindy, welcome. We've got several people from Texas and Tennessee, West Virginia, and Florida. Welcome, welcome. Let me know in the comments too if you have painted with us this week. Who's been hanging out and painting, who's new, and maybe you're just a tribe sister jumping in to check out and see what we're talking about today. Mary said, I love those wins. They're great. They have done such a good job. We just got done doing the bee with the lily, and that was such a different type of painting. It was more realistic than I normally do, but still with a little bit of whimsy. And the tribe sisters have just taken off with it. So it's really fun to see their progress for that. Awesome. Dorothea said, I watched the lives and did both paintings this morning. Awesome. I can't wait to see them. If you guys haven't already, make sure You're either tagging the social easel when you post them online, or you can go to our Facebook page and we have a post where you can share your work so we can see it. Awesome. Donna said she painted the first night and doing the second one after our chat today. Renee has painted both this week. Debbie's painted both nights. Awesome. That's so good to hear. Thank you, Mindy. Mindy's been painting along and having fun. Dinah's been painting this week, putting finishing touches on her palms. How fun was the palms painting? Do you guys love it as much as I do? Beth hasn't had a chance yet, but she has watched the workshop, so hopefully you will get to join them soon. Hey, Shelly. She said she joined Tribe on Sunday. Welcome, welcome. Yes, you will have access to that, Shelly. So if you haven't already, make sure that you have requested to join the Facebook group. And Megan, our community manager, is going in and making approvals daily to add new Tribe sisters in. And that's where I'll be teaching that. And we'll go over all of that when I show you a little bit inside the Facebook group. Awesome. Pat said, I'm new to Tribe. Welcome. And painted the past 2 nights. Yay. That's so exciting. Sandy's done the first one, still needs to do the second. Laura is saying, have I missed it? So Laura, if you are new and you haven't signed up for the Summer Vibes Workshop, it's going on all this week and we're sending out emails. So if you're not on our email list, make sure to get on it. Or you can go to our Facebook page because I see that you're on Facebook and those links are still there for you to access those. Hey, Miss Tracy, she has been a Tribe sister for over 2 years, and she's very active in the group, so we are happy to have her here too. Awesome. Wendy painted both this morning. So much fun, and she is new. Welcome. Well, I am so excited. Seeing all the paintings this week has just been super fun for me, but I love this day of the week too because I get to guide you guys around what I think is one of the most amazing sites to learn to paint from because we have worked super hard on this. We actually just did a redesign and everything that I'm getting ready to show you is also available through an app. So you can access this from your phone, from your desktop, from your laptop, from your tablet, and you just go to tribesister.com or you can download our app and all that information. I'm not going to go into the details of it because I'm just giving you guys a preview, but all of that information and how to do that is given to you in your welcome guide and our guides in the Facebook group. So for a lot of Tribe sisters, that's just an even easier way to access it is to just pull up the app on your phone. So when you log in to tribesister.com, I'm going to go back and see. This may or may not, because I'm not actually logged in. Okay, it is. When you log in, it's going to take you to your artist library. This is where the Inner Tribe, Christie's Inner Tribe Vault is hosted. It is also where any bonus tutorials that you get access to will be here as well. So if you've bought the 4-day video series or Jar Full of Sunshine, any Painting of the Month Club paintings that you have access to, any of that type of stuff, as well as bonuses, which we are still doing a new bonus from today until the end of the week. If you become a Tribe sister, you're going to get 4 bonus tutorials. I'll be showing those shortly. Those will show up in your library. So you can see each one of these is its own separate product. So, but what we want to look at today is the vault. So this is where all the goodness is. I'm going to see if I can take myself fully off of here. Perfect. Okay, just making sure everyone can still hear me before I continue on. Hey, Carla. I just realized my throat's doing much better today. So once you click on Christie's Inner Tribe, the vault. That's the title of it. You can go to the Start Here section. And this is our way to just make it not so overwhelming for you, because we know that whenever you start something new, there's always a little bit of a learning curve. And my goal and our goal as a team at the Social Easel is to give you the best experience possible. And so we have worked very hard at creating guides and easy to follow methods for you to jump in and get started so that you don't miss anything. So we have a Start Here section that is going to have your welcome guide. It's going to have a video of just some tips on how to navigate the vault of paintings, and it's going to have your checklist. And then you would just click on this and then download your checklist. And if you're like me, sometimes you just like printing things off and actually checking them off. There's just something super satisfying about that. So you can do that with the checklist here. And then if you are completely new to painting, and you really still just want to learn some brush strokes or a little bit more about values and color mixing, backgrounds and shading, these are some very basic technique videos that I have included inside the vault. This is in addition to the 175 tutorials that we have mentioned. And then per the request of members, we also made a section of extra beginner friendly tutorials. So we think these are some of the simplest paintings that we have inside of Tribe. Although you will hear me say it all the time, I think any of you can do any of the paintings. Each painting, regardless of how difficult it may look, I break all of them down into easy to follow steps. So it really doesn't matter where you're starting from. If you're brand new, if you've been painting for years, I truly believe that you can paint any of the paintings that I teach. But we did this as a courtesy for those of you that were like, please just label them easy. so we put these in that super extra beginner friendly tutorial section. Sherry said, I need to paint someone a flamingo. Can I access that tutorial? Are you a current member? Everything I'm going to show you inside of here is only available to Tribe Sisters. So we have a lot of people ask all the time, can't you just sell them individually? And the short answer is no, we can't. They are all part of this membership, and that is the way that we've built our business. Every once in a while, I will do standalone workshops throughout the year, but we do not offer single tutorials. So, you know, I say this all the time on Facebook and on Instagram. Anytime you see a new painting that I post online, it never fails that in the comments, people are like, oh, are you going to offer this? Are you going to offer this? And therefore my tribe. This is the baby of my business. This is where all of my energy goes to when I create new paintings. It is all for my tribe sisters. So they're the ones, because they are members, that they are the VIP, they get access to everything new that I do. So I'm going to click back to that member hub. So that was like your Start Here beginner area. Hey, Tammy, welcome. We can't wait for you to get started either. Sherry, if you're not a member yet, you can still join us. And this is just going to give you an overview of what is inside the vault. So we have each section over here. You can scroll down this column, okay? Or you can scroll over here on the main. This is going to give you a very quick overview of all the different paintings and styles that we have. So all the animals that we have, our coastal collection, which I'm always going to be adding to because I love the beach. Florals. I could paint flowers all day, every day. As you can see. Landscapes, same thing. I mean, really, there's so much. I can paint all the things, but this just kind of gives you an overview So I'm going to scroll over in this column first, just so you can kind of see. That is broken down into types of paintings, like subject matters. And then we also have them broken down into seasons. So spring, summer, fall. And I want to show you, I'm going to make myself a note really quick of ways that you can find paintings as well. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl's one of our tribe sisters. She said what Christy mentioned about thinking something may be too hard or complicated for you, just trust the process. I had never painted before the age of 59, and with Christy's instruction, I can now paint some pretty paintings that I am proud of. I love that, Cheryl. Thank you for sharing that. Because that is just a true testament to exactly the way that I teach and how I make things available for you guys. Hey, Dorothea, good question. She said, how many members are in the tribe, and is there a section where people can connect by region? Yes and yes. We have over 1,400 women inside the group currently, and we did create a section, and I'll show that to you here in a minute, inside the Facebook group, that we have different tabs by region so that you can find Tribe Sisters next to you. And keep in mind, we have women from all over the world. So we have obviously a ton of United States members. We have several women from Canada, the UK, Australia. So we have people in all places all over the world, which is so exciting. But I also just tell you that for you to keep in mind that sometimes people will say, oh, well, that doesn't work in my time zone. We're all in different time zones. So whatever time zone you're in, there's 100 other tribe sisters that are in a different time zone for them. So there is never any certain magical time that is going to work for everyone across the entire world, which is why we offer replays. So don't ever stress. Sometimes I see people say, oh, well, I can't join because I can't paint during that time of day. I still teach live because I love the interaction of it. But the majority of women inside the Tribe Sister group usually watch the replays. So don't worry about whether you make things live or not. You still have access to everything that we do throughout the month. Hey, Peggy said joining Tribe was the best thing I've ever done for myself. I love learning how to paint, and it's giving me more confidence. I love that. That is my goal. That is my goal, is to build your confidence one painting or one technique lesson at a time. Hey, Sharon, welcome. Okay, so let's go over the actual paintings. I stopped in mid scroll. So summer and fall. If you've been with me this week, you probably heard me mention how much I love the holidays. Fall is one of my favorite seasons. You can see there is lots to choose from over here. And then we have winter, Christmas for days, religious and spiritual, inspirational, and then our studio technique sessions, as well as guest artist. So you can just see by me continuing to scroll, there is so much for you to look at and dive into, but I just want to encourage you to not be overwhelmed by that, and to think of it no different than you would think of Netflix. We don't get overwhelmed. I mean, maybe you do, but most of the time we don't get overwhelmed when we go to Netflix and we start looking for something. We're just scrolling and we're just seeing what sparks our interest. So think of the vault as like your Netflix of painting tutorials. Do whatever you want, whenever you want. You have 24/7 access to it as a tribe sister. Tammy said, are we permitted to use your paintings in our membership with our tutorials? No, ma'am. I am the only one who can teach my tutorials online. So the only thing that you have permission to do with any of my paintings, whether you're a tribe sister, whether you're a Painting of the Month Club member, whether you just follow me on social, you are not allowed to use any of the social easel painting tutorials online in any way, shape, or form. So if people want to learn online and they love my painting, they're going to learn it from me. If you want to teach local paint classes with my designs, you are allowed to do that, but you cannot do reels or time lapses of you painting my tutorials or anything like that. Okay, so we are going to continue on. I am going to show you our little animals first. We've got Miss Petunia the pig and Maggie the cow and the rooster. I guess I never named him. So that was my farmhouse series from a couple years ago, and still probably 3 of my most popular paintings. Someone was asking about a flamingo. So when you come in here, I'm just going to click on this. This is what it will look like when you click on your videos. So it's just like I've been teaching you this week in the summer vibes. We're going to start from the beginning every time. You never have to be prepared. You don't ever have to do anything ahead of time to get ready for my lessons. You just come and I start at the very beginning. So if there's a template involved, you will get that. And then we just simply break it down step by step, like I do everything. But notice what I'm even doing right now. You'll have access to do this. If you missed something and you're like, wait, what'd she say? Just pull it back a little. And then I do this a lot when I'm learning online. I like to pause it. If I just taught a step and you want to do that step, then pause it. Give yourself time to like process what I just taught you, and then practice in your mixed media pad, or go ahead and make those brush strokes on your canvas, and then hit play again when you're ready for the next step. That is what I love about our library and the access to the replays, is that you can take all of this at your own pace. You are on nobody's agenda but your own. So don't ever feel pressured. There's no such thing as keeping up. Sometimes I'll see people say, oh, I'm so behind. There's no such thing as behind, because nobody has done all 5 years worth of content. So this is not about consuming it all. This is about, what do you want to learn? What is fun for you? And then taking your time and doing that. So like I said, you can go back and pause and go over the same step as many times as you need to until it clicks with you. And that is something that I actually want to, stop on that point for just a second, because a lot of times I'll have women post and say, I just can't get this step. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And there's really nothing that I can say in comments that is going to help you get that step, right? So what I would suggest is you go back in that video to that spot where you were struggling, and you slow it down and you rewatch it, and you really just focus on that one area that you were struggling in, and you practice until you master that technique, and then go back to your painting. And if you've already completed the whole painting and you're like, well, that was in the middle of the painting, but that's okay because it's acrylic. So you can go back and paint over anything that you've painted, or you can start over again and just toss that one to the side if you don't want to look at it anymore. So that is the beauty of the replays and the library, is how you can access them. The other thing you can do is make this full screen. Okay. With that button, you can change the speed. I don't know why you would, but if you want to, you can. You have access to that. And then if you have a smart TV, there's a lot of women in the group that do this. If you have a smart TV, you can also cast the video to your television. And I love that. There's so many stories, and I just think it's so cute, but there's so many women who will cast it to their TV, and their loving, supportive husbands let them do it, and they're in the kitchen or wherever painting, and the husbands end up like following along, and they're like, oh, this is actually interesting. So yeah. If you got a hubby at home who is supportive of your new painting journey, get them involved. I used to have guys at my paint nights all the time. So that is how you access the videos. And then underneath, each video, you are going to see a download section where you can print off the reference photo if you want to, or just pull it up on your computer. This is the 2 different templates, and there is a color list for each painting in here. So I do provide that for each painting. However, the more you paint with me, the more you're going to hear it. I do that as a gift to you guys, really. But I really encourage you to not work. I see it hold so many people up. People will stop what they're doing and not move forward in their creative journey because they don't have the right bottle of paint that says the exact same color that Christie was using. And I hate that. There is no reason a bottle of paint or a brand name or a specific color should stop you. A pink is a pink is a pink. So whatever pink makes you happy, that's the pink I want you to choose. But we do give you these as well as the color swatches on the side, just so that if you really just love that exact color that I have and you just have to have it, we provide that for you. But at the same time, paint companies discontinue colors all the time. So there's no way I can ever promise you that you're going to have that color. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, we have lessons in color theory and color mixing. And you're also going to learn how to mix your own colors to give you exactly what you want as well. So that is what it looks like when you click on a video to access it inside the vault. Oops, wrong thing. Let's go back here. Tammy said, how often do I teach live in the tribe group? So I teach live, well, technically 3 times a month, but I do other lives inside the group as my devotional each month, which is optional. But I'm very open about my faith and my love for Jesus. And so that's what I'm going to talk about in my devotionals. And you do not have to be a woman of faith to be in this group, but it is a part of our group. And I don't want anyone to ever feel awkward or weird for sharing their faith in the group. So that is part of Tribe as well, and what I share. And I do the devotionals separate. So if you don't want to hear them, you don't have to. And then I also post a technique session at the beginning of each month inside the group as well. Oh, I love this. Carla said, my whole family gets to watch. They love it. Sometimes they join in and sometimes they do their own thing. Carla, I love that. That just makes me so happy to think about a whole family sitting around and, and watching the tutorials. That's awesome. Sherry said, my husband is my greatest champion. And when I told him about Tribe, he immediately said, join right now. I love that. That makes me so happy. Yay for supportive husbands. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's go back over here. This is did I mention this? This is the welcome video. So I think I just skipped over this and went straight over to right here, but we've got several of the same things that are in the start here over here as well. So those were our animals. Did I finish going through them? We're going to jump back over here. The peacock and the sheep, our snow owl and donkey and horse. We've got some bunnies. I did acrylic style, watercolor style, abstract birds, which is a really popular one that we used to sell individually. That is included when you are a Tribe Sister as well. So once you're in a category, see, like right now I'm in animals, and then it stops. To get back to that main section, you just click on this member hub up here, and then you scroll over here and you could go to, you just hit those titles and go to the next section. So this is our coastal section here. And you'll notice some videos are broken down into multiple, some are all in one. So that's different depending on the tutorial. We have lots and lots of florals, all different kinds of styles, from beginner level to more intricate. This has been a really popular one, especially lately with the Tribe Sisters. I don't know many people, I won't say anyone, but I don't know many people who don't like sunflowers. And even though I've probably painted them 50 times, I still love painting them. They're just fun to paint. But that's a really fun abstract version. Hydrangeas, poppies, the cotton stems in a mason jar. I need to change this little preview here so you can actually see the cactuses, but these cactuses are so cute. We'll jump to the end. I love them. So just something fun. Will this take me back? Let's try this little arrow. No, so those little arrows at the bottom, those are going to take you through the videos. What else was I going to show you? Some of the, well, you can see here, the tribe includes the big bold blooms, the funky winter flowers, summer, jar full of sunshine. This is another really popular one that we still do sell this one individually, but it is part of tribe as well. Landscapes, all kinds of different scenes and styles inside of here. There's a combination of palette knife techniques in all of these sections: florals, landscapes, animals, as well as paintbrushes. So I teach both techniques inside of tribe. This maroon bells, the Aspen Mountains. If you don't know this about me, I absolutely love to travel, and part of my traveling is then transformed into my art. And I love getting to take what I've seen in real life on my trips and turn them into paintings that I share with you guys. So this was actually taken directly from a photograph. And this is a very intensive breakdown of how to paint from a photo. So again, very, very detailed to very, very whimsical and more laid back to my Belize Casitas, which is all about the energy and the vibrancy of Belize. And then I live in the Ozarks. And one day when I was camping, I did an Ozarks watercolor, and that's been a really popular one too. And then my ode to Van Gogh. We've done Starry Night over Rhone. So you can kind of see there's just a huge variety of paintings for you to choose from. Hey, Christina. Let's see what Christina has to say. Sometimes you have friends who don't understand your art journey or interested at all. When you join a group like this, you have people that are like-minded, and it's such a great community to be in. You don't have to explain your interests because they have the same ones as you, and that way you make more friends. I love that. That's a really good point. And I talk about it a lot. Like, it's about painting. It is a painting membership, but it's about so much more than painting, because it is definitely about the sisterhood and the friendships that you are going to make inside there as well. Cheryl said the cactus trio is really cute. This is a great one to start with if you're a beginner. My daughter loves it, so she is giving it as a gift for her new apartment. Yeah, I agree. That one is a very simple one as well. And honestly, even you were talking about, I don't know how young your daughter is, but there are so many of these. If you have young people in your life, whether they're your grandchildren or children of all ages, I mean, I would say it's dependent on the child, but I mean, I think like I started painting very, very young, and my daughters are creative. And I mean, even Emma was able to follow along with me at paint nights as young as 8. So don't assume that your kids or grandkids can't be a part of this with you. It could be an amazing thing that could be your thing together too. And I love that. And I mean, I love introducing art to kids as well, and just opening up their eyes to what they are capable of. And then just one more quick note: if you do paint with kids, don't turn them into a perfectionist. If they're having fun and they're happy, whether or not you think it looks good or not, or whether it looks like mine, or whether they're following the directions exactly, if they are having fun, let them have fun. And I would say the same to you. If you are having fun, focus on that fun. Don't let the idea of a finished piece of art stop you from enjoying the process of creating. Um, so this is, I love the White Barn one. We just had a new tribe sister. She just joined this week, and this was the first painting that she did, and she did a fabulous, fabulous job. Um, and then I wanted to jump down to this section. So this is under fall. So I kind of skipped over the seasons, but you get an idea of I'll just do a quick scroll through these, but you get an idea of what there is. Spring. We have some fun summer ones. Fall, all the fall, so many fall paintings. These are some of my newer ones. My chickadees in the fall we did this past fall. I love them. If you love Halloween, we got some Halloween in there. But I was actually going to jump down to this learn the process section. So this was a separate thing I did inside of Tribe and then outside, but it's only available to Tribe sisters now. So this takes you through the entire process of me literally setting up a still life in my home, how I take that still life and create a template for it to put on my canvas, and then how to actually complete the painting. And then in this next learn the process, it's taking my ideas and inspiration from different wreaths that I've seen on Pinterest and turning them into a painting, and how to do some hand lettering inside of that. And then the last learn the process one is the happy little scarecrow. There was this cute little wood scarecrow sign years ago that like you like stick in your yard or something. And I just thought he was the cutest thing ever. And I used him as an idea to create this piece of art. And still to this day, it's one of my favorite pieces of art that I've ever done. And that's a mixed media piece where we use painting and pens and scrapbook paper and decoupage, and you're getting to play with all the things. It's super, super fun. And then we did a fall still life where we have an extra lesson on color mixing. So my point in kind of pausing here and showing you all of this is, yes, you are going to get access to all of these paintings, but what I'm hoping that you're starting to see is that it is not just about copying a painting. In each lesson that I teach you, each tutorial, I'm always teaching you technique. I'm never just like, and now do this step, now do this step. I explain the why and the reasoning behind everything that I'm doing in my artwork so that you can understand that, and so that you can start looking at your art and really the world in a different way. So that's a huge part of my teaching technique, I guess you would say, is that I break things down. And I've had enough art teachers in my life to know how I love learning, and the teachers who I thought did a really terrible job at teaching. And I took all of that, all of my years of art school and all of the years of art lessons that I have, and I kind of absorbed all of that teaching from all of these different teachers. People ask me all the time if I have a teaching degree, and I don't. But I've taken enough classes to learn how I like to be taught. And so that is the way that I teach you guys. And so we've got 14 different winter paintings here, a mixture of things, fun and whimsical like our snowman and our gnome, to more of the landscape style ones that you see there. And then we couldn't stop before showing you Christmas. Even though it's so far away, we have several different nativity scenes: Santa, snowmen, gnomes, trucks, reindeer, a llama, because who doesn't love a llama at Christmas? I love gingerbread men. We did these two last Christmas. This little Christmas tree blew up online. Like, I cannot even tell you how popular this little guy was. And just to make a point that not everything has to be complicated. um, I teach all different styles, as I've mentioned before, but this is a very simple painting. But it has been one of the most popular Tribe Sister paintings that we have ever done. Um, so that kind of gives you an overview of what you can expect inside of here. I think I covered all the sections. Let me make sure. We did Christmas. Yes. Oh, no, I didn't. See, there's just so many. We even did, this is some glass art with resin, um, two different types of angels that I've done, two different types of chapels. These are still all hanging in my home. This was one of the newest ones we just did. This one was so fun. And all my paintings usually have a story with them, but this was taken from a different original that I did here that you see on the iPad. And I lost my grandma at the end of 2022, and she had this painting from me hanging in her home from the time I painted it about 6 years ago. And when she passed away, I got that painting back, and I really wanted to do a new version of it, um, kind of in honor of her and in memory of her, that I have hanging in my studio now. And this is the new finished piece of that. Um, so also teaching you how to take something that you've done before and then tweak it and change it, and how you can bring new life to art that maybe you've already created or ideas that you've already had. Um, I feel like I missed a question here. Hang on just a second. Sherry said, how long do we get to sign up this time? It has to coincide with when my money comes in. So Sherry, we are open to new members until Friday. So hopefully that will work for you. But just keep in mind, it's a monthly membership. So that will come out every single month. So I don't, either figure out a way to plan for that, or you may want to hold off if that's not something that you can do right now, because I wouldn't want to stretch you outside of what is comfortable. So those are some of the religious and spiritual ones. And then this is kind of inspirational. We've got lots of different fun things in here. Our Be the Sunshine, and then some studio technique sessions on art journaling, which is, we do kind of art journal prompts each week inside of Tribe. And then these are an example of some of the studio technique sessions. So we talk a lot about color because it's a very important part of art. We talk about composition and depth, how to edit and design in Canva, how to turn your artwork digital so that you can put it on cards or notepads or something like that. I show you exactly how to do that online, so you can create more with your art. You could even create art prints out of the originals that you paint. So those are just some of the fun technique things. But you can see here, you could spend all day. You could spend all day in here playing and finding all kinds of things that spark your interest. But here is what I will say about, why would you join Tribe and do this when you could just search YouTube, or you could just follow people on Facebook, and there's painting lessons everywhere. And you're 100% right, there are. But what you get when you become a member of Tribe is everything in one place. Because I think about this, how much time do we all waste scrolling and looking and following, and oh, now I got this idea, now I got this idea, you're all over the place. And a confused mind says no. And ultimately, all of that you're doing, and the searching and the saving and all the different places, how often do you actually ever go back and do those things? Probably not very often. But when you're a part of a membership like Tribe, everything is in one place for you. This is about convenience. This is about knowing I only have to go to Christie's, website, or to the Facebook group. And between those two things, you're going to have access to everything that you need to learn how to become a better artist. And in addition to that, You know, I know there are tons of amazing people to learn from online, and you may love them. And maybe you're like, well, I like what you do, but I want to learn from other people too. I do too, all the time. And so I have guest artists as well. This is just highlighting a few of them. We have more inside of the Facebook group as well. But I encourage you to continue to learn from lots of different people. But again, I'm going to put it all in one spot. I'm going to put it all in one spot for you. I'm continually looking for new artists that I can bring in to my group that I think are going to give you value and help you continue to grow as an artist. So all of that is included too, even how to do hand lettering, even how to do glass art. I just happen to have these two amazing best friends, Cindy Manley and Casey Hope, who are so talented. Cindy does amazing glass art. Casey has the most beautiful hand lettering. And so you guys benefit from that too, because you get to learn from them as well by being a part of Tribe. Okay, so what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about the vault? Pretty exciting to have all of that in one spot. So it's so fun. And again, everything that you saw here is available inside the app that you can have on your phone as well. So the next thing I want to show you is inside our Facebook group. So keep in mind, in your head, just tell yourself the vault is all pre-recorded. This is a library, 24/7 access. That's what the vault is. For the live part, for the live engagement, for your tribe sister community, for all of that. Oh, let me switch screens here. Hold on. I gotta stop this and then start again. So give me just a second. So the live element of Tribe happens inside our Facebook community. Christina said, that's awesome. My local bestie doesn't share my level of interest, but that's okay. And Cheryl said, so too true, Christina. I've made 3 friends because of our interest in painting. I met them at other socials in person and we became immediate friends. I love that. That is awesome. Yes, Sherry, the app is the same as Painting of the Month Club. So what will happen when you join Tribe, Sherry, you'll now, everything that I just showed you will show up the same place your Painting of the Month Club is. At the very beginning of that video, I showed the library versus the vault. The library is what you're looking at right now. And when you join Tribe, you'll have an extra little picture there that says Christie's Tribe Vault. Deb said, the vault is great as well as the Facebook group. I agree. So the Facebook group is where all the action happens. Hey, Beth, I am so glad you are loving it and excited to dig in. I'm glad you like the devotionals too. So this is our Facebook group. I don't know if you're seeing, it's pretty much what it'll look like. I of course, I'm looking at it from a desktop. It's going to look different on a phone or an iPad, but really I just want to give you kind of a brief overview of how we organize it. And again, you're going to get all of this in your welcome pack. No need to take notes, memorize all of this. We have a guide that walks you through everything. But the most important thing for Tribe Sisters to remember is this featured tab at the very top. Inside the featured tab is where anything new going on that we want you to know about, guess what? It's right here. So if you're like, wait, what's going on this week? What's Christie doing? I can't remember. Come to the featured tab inside the Facebook group. We have a lot going on right now, so there is a lot up here. This, like Megan just posted this. This is all the links to everything that we've done this week. So Tribe Sisters have it all in one spot. The last 2 sessions of the bee, the Lily with the Bee that I taught last week. Every Monday, Megan is our community manager. You're going to know her name as much as you know mine because she is the one who makes our community as amazing as it is. And I couldn't do it without her. So Megan keeps us all organized, and every Monday she does a Monday update and lets you know what is going on this week in the Tribe Sister community. So all of that information and links to what you need is all going to be there. You can click on the featured tab if you want to scroll down this way as well. I personally like it automatically when you are inside of a Facebook group, it starts with the discussion feed. That's what you're going to see when you go in. I personally like the top part where you can just scroll across. So this is where the templates and everything having to do with summer vibes, we give that to the Tribe Sisters. All of that is here. My devotionals, the art prompts we have for the week. Tracy Pounds was our guest artist this week, our studio technique session. And then at the end of every month or the first day of the beginning of a new month, we always post a full calendar. So I highly recommend just kind of show you what a calendar looks like inside the social easel. It is not or inside Christie's Inner Tribe, it is not the same every single month. Okay. Every month is different because of just all the things that we have going on. But we give this to you at the beginning of the month so that you know what's going on and you can mark it in your calendar. And then in addition to that, Megan has it set up where you can add yourself to events to get reminders. And lastly, I send text alerts that are specific to Tribe Sisters, so you know when I'm going live inside the Facebook group. Hey, Jacqueline, thank you. She said, I love the way you teach techniques, complementing colors and layering, all the things I love. Shelly, good question. No. So Christie's Inner Tribe is a paid membership. This is what you're getting a sneak peek into today. Only paying members have access to everything that I'm showing you during this live. The Social Easel Facebook page is my public platform because my business is still growing. I'm still reaching new people. We still have an active Social Easel Facebook page. So that is my company's name, and Christie's Inner Tribe is my VIP membership. So they are different and they have different content. So I do Facebook Lives usually once a week or once every other week. Just quick little paintings or projects that I share with people live, but I don't do any full in-depth lessons on my Social Easel Facebook page. Here's Miss Pauline, who was titled our Tribe Sister mascot at our live event this year. She said, if you're interested in Tribe, just know that you'll receive so much for the monthly cost. And as I learned, getting rid of frivolous spending, I was able to find a way to afford being a member. Best gift I ever gave myself, and I received so much more than the paintings. And I just want to say, like, I love Pauline's story. She has been a part of our group for years, but she's so active inside the group. And I know that Pauline has gained so many friends and such a support system from this group, especially even with some just recent health issues that she's gone through. And that's what this is. That's what this group is all about. That's what you're going to see inside of here is the support and love and encouragement that you can't get from just following tutorials online without a community. It makes such a big difference because we truly are. We're better together. You know, God created us to live with others. He never wanted us to be isolated. He never wanted us to go at life alone. And I fully believe that. And so I think the community is such an important part for me, and it just wouldn't be the same without it. It just would not be. And when I created Christie's Inner Tribe 5 years ago, I had no idea. I had no idea what God had in store for it. I had no idea the relationships that would come from it, and the community and the sisterhood is more than I could have ever hoped for. And that is all them, not me. I created the space, but the women that fill that space are what make our tribe so absolutely amazing. So it's each one of the members that is so special. Pam said, can I sell my work from your lives on Etsy without being a tribe member? Yeah, I mean, anything that I actually show you how to teach on a Facebook Live, you're allowed to do what you want to with that. I mean, you can't reteach it online, as I mentioned before, but your finished product, you can do that. But since you asked the question, I do want to make sure that you and everyone else understand the difference, because we see this a lot in the art world, and a lot of people don't even know that they're doing anything wrong when they do this. They think Pinterest is just free access to all these things that they can copy and repeat. And that is absolutely not the case. So yes, you are allowed to take something that I taught live for a free lesson and then sell your original from that. What you cannot do is follow me on Pinterest, save my paintings, paint my paintings just by looking at a picture and then sell those, or teach them. Because I've had lots of people do that, or they're not members, they're not paying members, and maybe they teach paint parties and they're like, oh, I'll just steal her ideas from Pinterest and teach them. Those people are sent a cease and desist. All of my artwork is copyrighted. So you do not have, when I say you, I'm not talking to you, Pam, but I mean, in general, people do not have permission to take from me as an artist on Pinterest or any other artist on Pinterest and copy their work. So I just want to be clear about that. What else was I going to show you? I wanted to show you the calendar. And then we have our guides, the featured section, and the guides section. Okay. Pay attention to those two things right there. That's where all the information that you're going to need is. This is where you can download your getting started guide, community guidelines, how to sign up from texts. Specifically for that, people ask all the time, how do you shop with me? Where do I get your brushes, your starter kit? Where's your Amazon store? We have links to all of that in guide 2. And then guides 3 through 6 are the past 3 months, or 3, 4, and 5. Guide 6 is if you want to share your original artwork as a tribe sister, we have special posts for that. And the reason we do that is to not cause confusion. We didn't do this initially. And then what was happening is tribe sisters who maybe did have painting experience previously would come in and start sharing originals or paintings that they had learned somewhere else, and it caused massive confusion inside of the group. So we don't allow originals to be posted in our thread. They have to go under these posts if you want to show off what you're working on. Guide 7, look at this, 58 more is guest artist. I told you, you don't need to go anywhere else. It's all here. And then just some getting basics, little trainings that we do. Anything that I do teach on a public Facebook Live, we go ahead and pull right into this guide. My goal is to keep you in 2 spots, either tribesister.com or the Facebook group. Technically, I mean, you can go to the live stream on Facebook, but it's just important to remember the difference between the two. One is a membership and one is for the public. So we pull everything that we do on the public page in here. So you can always just go to the Tribe Sister Facebook group and find everything that you need. And apparently we have over 45 devotionals. So if devotionals are your thing, there are plenty of them from me. And you're going to get the real raw version of me in those. Crying, no makeup, all the things. Someone had asked earlier in the comments about how can we meet up with people or find women close in our areas. We have guide number 11 is where in the world are our tribe sisters. And you can come underneath these and comment once you find your region, and then connect with other women that are close by. I'm going to pause real quick and just throw up these. Carla and Tracy, just our two tribe sisters. Carla said, Tribe rocks. Community is everything, and the support is beyond anything I have imagined. Thank you. Support, encouragement, and prayer when needed. I've seen stories of those who have been hurting or going through things, and that a simple mention, they have immediate support and prayers. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And Tracy says, if anyone is on the fence, I would say to you, just take the leap. You will not regret it. This group is amazing. Along with Christie and her teaching, I've never painted before I started this group. And with all the encouragement, I can't stop painting now. Tracy has done so much, really, honestly, Tracy, in such a short amount of time too. So I love those wins. We are always celebrating our tribe sisters with wins. And we have what we call Tribe Sisters of the Week, where we do weekly highlights of some of the amazing work that we see throughout the community. And these are just, guide 12 is some tribe sister tips and tricks, instructions. Guide number 3 is Etsy training from my friend Damon Oates. He was nice enough to come in here as a guest. And then these are just some older bonus videos. And then if you want to start art journaling, we started that at the beginning of this year, and there will continue to be more art journaling prompts that are put into this. So again, that was under the guides section. But like, let's check out what some of the ladies are doing. You guys want to? And then let me know. I'm going to take a drink of water really quick because I've been talking nonstop. So post your questions now so I can answer them as we're going over and just showing you some of what the Tribe Sisters are working on. So just also a couple tips for you. When you're coming in, I don't know why Facebook does this, but they just decide what you're going to see. So this drives me crazy. I don't know how they're deciding what's relevant, but I always go down, know the difference between these two. Newest activity means anytime someone's commented under a picture, that's going to show up first. I personally like to go to new posts because I like to see the most recent things posted. And then you can kind of see what's new in here. So that's one way you can check out what your tribe sisters are doing. This is super fun. Deborah, she's working on some art journal. I love this. Love, love, love. So you can scroll. This is what we call our feed, the discussion tab. This is where we share our artwork. Welcome, Michael. I got your name right now, pronouncing it right. Jean said, I've never posted before, but this was really fun. I just used what I had and did this on paper. I love that. See, she did not let it stop her. She did not let not having the things stop her. She did it anyways. I love that. That's so pretty. So you can scroll and see, look, here's Tracy. Just talking about you. It turned out beautiful. I love it. Megan's links that she's posted. Marlene, some of her most recent work in here. So Sonia, I like the colors, the blue and the yellow. She said, I didn't have any of the colors, so I improvised. Any suggestions to improve is much appreciated. So whenever someone posts something like that, of course, you know, she's going to have Tribe Sisters come in and give her, you know, some thumbs up and hearts and leave her some comments. But it's also a place where if you do want advice, you can ask for advice. And from your Tribe Sisters, from Megan, from myself. This is Tracy. I was just talking about her. This was her very first painting. She just joined us from Nova Scotia, Canada. I love this. I work as a correctional officer and use painting as my time to relax and not think about work. I love that. She just picked up a paintbrush this year. Looking forward to making new friends. Just finished the White Barn tutorial. I cannot wait to learn more techniques. I love it, Tracy. Welcome. So this is one way that you can just kind of see what's going on in the Tribe Sister group. Those are very beautiful, Nicole. I love her tropical flowers. The other way you can jump over here, by the way, Tracy, I love this. I haven't seen someone do this from the vault in a long time. I have mine hanging downstairs. You can come over to recent media. And if you really are just like, I just want to look at pictures, you can come in here and look at what the ladies are working on. And I cannot say enough how impressed I am with the women who have submitted their paintings so far of the lily with the bee. They're just amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. How fun is this? You can just look and see what everybody's working on, and it's all different. Look at these paintings. It's amazing what they're doing. I have to call out Marcy because I love that she turned this into a tiger lily. How pretty is that? Love it so much. Hey, Alicia said Tribe is the best decision I have made. I've learned so much as a painter and an artist. Thank you so much. We are so glad to have you be a part of it. How much do y'all love this? It's so pretty. And she did mostly palette knife. So that is a perfect example of someone taking my lesson that I did with brushes, that I did with a white flower, and turning and making it her own unique piece of art. She used palette knife instead. She changed her flower to orange. So there's so many ways that you can make these tutorials your own. Love it, Marcy. This one just made me, I love this picture so much. Elaine, you are the cutest. She said a little 4x4 bold blooms. Next up, a tiny funky flowers. It makes me think of my mom. My mom is an artist too. I think I've mentioned that to you guys, but my mom loves to paint small and I like to paint big. So I just think it's so funny, but that made me think of my mom. My mom would love to paint the little minis. This is what we have coming up. You guys have probably seen this. Still doesn't have a title. I really got to title that thing. We'll probably title it together during the lesson. So that's going to be our quick win. Our quick win paintings are what I teach each month that are going to be less than 45 minutes. So I decided to integrate these into the group because I know not everyone has time for something that's going to take a longer time, but they still just want to get their painting time in. So I wanted to start doing some quick wins because it's all about just getting you an activity. It's all about getting that paintbrush in your hand. Remember me mentioning when I was going over the vault, the sunflowers. Peggy, I think you're on here too. I love this. And she said, am I done? I could go on forever. It's so much fun. I love her interpretation of this painting. It has so much movement. It's so whimsical. It's so fun. I just love it. So Peggy, you should be super proud of that. But anyways, we could obviously just keep scrolling and go on and on and on inside of here, but you kind of get an idea of what it's like inside the Tribe Sister community. And you can see what an amazing sisterhood it is to be a part of. And then I think that was all I was going to show you inside of here. So that just leads me to any questions before we end this session today. I will not be teaching painting today. Tonight I am taking the night off and I am going to see my favorite band, Dave Matthews Band. I'm so excited. And then I'll be back tomorrow evening for our final paint night. You are welcome, Miss Peggy. You deserve it. Christina said, yes, Peggy, that is my ultimate favorite of that painting. Christina, which is funny for me, Christina, that you say you hated yours with a passion. I feel like everything Christina paints is beautiful. But remember what I said about us all being our worst critics? This is why it is so important to share inside of this group. So why don't, while I am waiting for any questions to come in, I do just want to say, if you are on the fence about whether this is right for you, And if you're maybe a little bit apprehensive or you're a little nervous, we have so many tribe sisters here in the comments. So I would like you guys to speak to this too in those comments. But um, you get out of this membership what you put into it. And so, what I mean by that is, I know there, and some of you may even be watching right now, we have some wallflowers in our group who do the paintings. And they follow along and they even support and love on all their other tribe sisters in here, but we never get to see what they're working on. Um, and that makes me sad for two reasons. One, because we want to give you that support too. Um, but I feel like also because you're missing out on a whole piece of what this community is. Because learning the techniques is part of it, right? Like learning how to paint is part of it. But your confidence comes from learning those techniques plus the support, plus the encouragement, plus the community. And we naturally look at what we do and we pick it apart. And I talked to you about that during devotionals and during mindset, little talks that I do about how important it is to reframe the way that we look at our art and talk to ourselves in general. So we're going to talk about mindset a lot inside of here, but it's important for you to post your work regardless of what level you're at, whether you are a new beginner or whether you've been painting for years. It is important for you to post your work inside of here so that you can have other women tell you what it truly looks like and what they truly think of it. Because I can't tell you the amount of times myself that I've posted things and I'm nervous to post them. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I just won't even post it. Like, I don't think it's good enough. And then I'll post it. And then people are like, you're crazy. Like, I love that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you almost didn't show us that. And it's the same thing for tribe sisters. So you get that support, you get that accountability. And once you do it one time, it's just that first time that's scary. My biggest encouragement to you as a new tribe sister is to get to work right away. Do a painting. Doesn't matter which one. Do a painting and post that painting. Because the more that you're involved in this group, the more that you're going to get the love back on you. Um, and it's a super, super fun thing to watch. Um, D or Die, I'm not sure, has a question for you, Tracy. You can answer. She wants to know if you've sold any of your paintings from since you've started. Hey, Miss Pamela says Tribe is truly amazing. If you are on the fence, try for 1 month. I agree. What do you have to lose? Give it a shot for 1 month and see what you think. Mindy says, how much is Painting of the Month Club? Mindy, it is $20. And her next comment is she's hesitant to join because she's super busy and she doesn't know how much time she'll have for it. So I'm just going to park here for just a second because I think this is what stops a lot of people from joining. When you see everything that it includes, probably for a lot of you watching right now, you're like, that's a lot. I'll never have time for all of that. Well, you're not doing all of that. What you're doing when you join is having access to all of that. And I compare it this way, Mindy. You get Painting of the Month Club for $20 a month. And that is one pre-recorded painting tutorial delivered to the membership website. And it's in your library. You do not get community with that. It is just meant for people, like you said. I mean, if you are 100% sure you are too busy to be a part of this, we created Painting of the Month Club for people who were on a budget and who just wanted one painting a month. But what I have seen happen is so many of my Painting of the Month Club members, they'll start there for 1 month, maybe 2, maybe 3, and they're like, okay, I did that painting. Now what? And they feel like they're ready for more. So it's not like you're devoting hours and upon hours of your week to this. You can do, you know, whatever you commit to. I would say that decide how much you want to commit to your painting, and that may be 1 hour a week. But even if you only have 1 hour a week, which is 4 hours a month, inside of Tribe, you're going to have access to so much more than you would for Painting of the Month Club for the difference of $27. So the value side of it is you're going to get way more out of Tribe. You're going to have access to way more that you're going to get to choose from, um, instead of just the one painting with Painting of the Month Club. So if you're comparing the two, I would say you're going to obviously get your biggest value by joining Tribe. And then you can, it doesn't matter what the Painting of the Month Club painting is and whether that fits in your genre or like whether you like that one or not. Because when you're a Tribe sister, you can come in and paint any subject matter that you want to because you have this entire library. But again, for me, I'm always going to come back to the community. That's the biggest difference between those two memberships. Um, whether or not you have a ton of time, you're going to find, when I talked a little bit about accountability, but you're going to find that you're, once you kind of immerse yourself in the world of the Tribe Sisters, that you're going to want to be a part of it. And it's going to help you and encourage you to do more painting than you would if you were on your own. So I hope that I answered your question. Beth said, what is the difference between using Master's Touch versus Deco Art acrylic paint? It is the consistency of them. So Master's Touch, Liquitex, those types of paint are called heavy body acrylics and they're thicker. Deco Art acrylic paint is a fluid craft paint. I use both, but the difference is that one, the viscosity of them. Alicia said, painting is also a great stress reliever. I instantly feel happier when I pick up that brush. Me too. Yesterday was a perfect example of that for me. Yesterday got a little stressful, and it was like a lot of things going on. And I was like, oh, now I've got to go to the studio and I've got to do this. As soon as I got to the studio and as soon as I started prepping to paint, I was like, thank God. Thank God this was how I got to end my day, because whatever was hanging over my head from yesterday and all the to-dos and all the things, it all went away, which is what happens when you paint. All the stress goes away. So it is an amazing thing. Pauline said, everyone is positive about this whole experience if you join Tribe. Yes, and to speak to that, I've mentioned it a few times, but we do not allow any negativity in the group. So if you're if you're someone who tends to be on the negative side or look for problems, this group is probably not for you. Tracy said, I love to see everyone's work. Believe it or not, it helps me to see new things that I can try. I think you meant to say can try. But yeah, I was mentioning that the other day in a video, is like, you are also inspired by your other Tribe sisters. And whenever they share their work, you're like, I never thought about that. I love her take on it. And then it inspires you. That's the whole fun part about being around other artists. Thank you, Miss Pauline. I hope I enjoy Dave Matthews tonight. Pauline said, I have sold many, given as gifts, and donated many for auctions. Marcy said, yes, put yourself out there. As an introvert, it was not why I joined Tribe, but it was a pleasant bonus to have such a wonderful community of sisters. I love that, because I've talked to Marcy about that too. She came to my live event. She's like, this is a really big deal for me to be at a live event with all these people. But it was like such a blessing to her. And same thing with the Tribe online. Christina said, so true. I don't know how many of us Tribe sisters have started with the funky flowers, and as soon as we were done, we went straight into Tribe. It was the best thing I ever did for myself. Thank you, Christine. I love that. Carla said, for Mindy, we rarely have a day or evening off. I love Tribe because I'm able to either join live. Sorry, I hit a button. I'm able to either join live while we drive and watch, and then go home when we actually get a day and do my painting. It's so worth it. That's a great idea. I love that, Carla, because I didn't even think about it that way. But, you know, I have mentioned a lot for you guys to kind of watch the first time and then paint, because you don't feel that pressure of like keeping up with me. But that's a great idea. Like if you're traveling, if you're in a car, you're somewhere where you can't paint, you can go ahead and watch. And then by the time you do come home to paint, you've already got all those tips and those techniques, and like the plan of the painting, and it's going to make it that much easier for you to complete. You said I signed on late today. You mentioned yesterday or the day before a tribe sister that was retired on limited income. That was Pauline, who's here in the comments with us, and posted a couple paintings by sharing her painting on social media. I'm in a similar situation. Diane. Okay, Grandma Di. Okay. Yes, Diane. That is Miss Pauline, who is here in the group, who had just said, yes, she sold many paintings given as gifts and now donating to auctions, which, by the way, like, didn't you also place in some of those? Like, weren't you like awarded? Or maybe that was something else that you did. But we have had several tribe sisters who were on a limited income, but they wanted to be a part of the community and be a part of it. And they were able to quickly find by, like, Pauline had mentioned, getting rid of a few frivolous things, skipping a couple fast food meals a month, or whatever. I mean, it is crazy when you kind of look at your spending and you realize where your money is going, how you can kind of tuck it back and prioritize it. But also how many women have been able to post. That's why I encourage it so much, to post their artwork that they're doing in the group on their personal Facebook page as well, because many ladies are selling their artwork. And we're talking small canvases, nothing big and intimidating. But like if you sell a couple $20 paintings just to get started, just to kind of, to pay for your membership, then it's going to continue to grow from there. And every single one of those that you paint is going to build your confidence, and you're going to get better and better and better. And you'll keep selling. You'll keep selling your work. You can turn your work into note cards and sell note cards. There's just so many things that you can do with your finished work. I love it. Look at this. Pauline said, I posted on my Facebook page, 12 hours later, sold it for $45. Love it. So her month was paid for right there. So to become a tribe sister, it is $47 a month or $470 for a year. That is a 1-year annual contract. And at that price, that is the equivalent of you getting 2 months for free. That will give you the video library with access to over 175 tutorials that I showed you in the beginning. And it will also give you access to this Facebook group and the continual live teachings that I do each month in the group. Let's see. Going back to comments here. And then we do have a bonus still for today. Let me see if I can pull that up. I really don't like that it's making me get off that screen. So we've had different bonuses each day of the week. And hey, that didn't refresh. Hang on just a second. Sorry, lost you for just a second here. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull up what I was getting ready to show you. I might just have to pull up a picture of it because my link did not work. Bear with me just a second here. So much clicking. Okay, let's hope this is the right thing now. So if you join from today until Friday, you will get the 4 bonus tutorials that are shown here. So 2 fun, whimsical trees, the spring truck and the Be the Sunshine will be added to your library. And you will also get the Tribe Sister welcome pack that we send you that has the printed welcome guide and a couple Tribe Sister stickers inside of it. So those are your bonus tutorials that will get added to your library. So I think that is all I've got for you today. The reason you don't get to see my face right now, and it's just a picture of me, is because I still have to go put my makeup on and get ready to leave. So I am going to wrap up here. It was Diane. Okay, so Di, we would love to have you. I hope that you find that you can make that work. I think it sounds like this is the right community for you, and I know you would get loved on, and I think it would be a great positive in your life and something for you to look forward to as well. So thank you guys for being here and joining me today. I hope you're excited. There's just a few days left to join us. And I will be back with you guys tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for our abstract dragonfly. So have a great rest of your day. Bye.